Welcome to part 18, everybody. What I'm doing right now is I am saving my progress by going back in time, so I don't have to go through all this again. Now, before we continue with this video, I want to show you what happens when we do go back in time after we clear a dungeon. As you can see here, thanks to starting a new cycle, well, everything that we have done, clearing the temple, rescuing the Deku Princess, it's all been undone. Hey. I mean, look at that. The purple poison waters returned, enemies have returned. I mean that's the downside of having to go through a 3-day cycle over and over again. Things get reset, and that blows. So, what does this mean? Do I have to go through the entire temple all over again? Do I have to clear all the puzzles? Do I have to fight enemies? Actually, well, you only have to fight one enemy in this temple every time you go back in time because, well, the only one you really need to fight is the actual boss. Now, thankfully, the boss remains do stay with you every time you go through a new cycle. And what you have to do here is when you decide to pretty much fix the area again, go back to the temple, well, you'll see. Jeez, isn't time travel fun? So when you enter a temple, when you have the boss remains, this message will appear saying that ye who hold my remains, if you want to face me again, pretty much go to the right, pretty much face me again. So this platform here with the Majora face will activate, and it's pretty much a war point that will lead you directly into the boss room. Which means we don't have to go through all the temple again, we don't have to activate all the puzzles, we don't have to go through a long journey, and this is a major time saver because in this game you will have to reface the bosses to clear the area, to clear the temples again, because there are only activities and stuff that you can do only after you beat the bosses, and by beating them early, as soon as possible on day 1, will more time be allowed for you to actually complete the certain tasks. So, yeah. And then, folks, well, as you can see by killing it early on day 1, I've cleared the swamp before 9 o'clock. I've got a new bow, so now let's play some mini games. After you've cleared the swamp of its poison and rescued Koum from the Woods of Mystery, she'll invite you to participate in a fun little shooting mini game. Now, what you have to do in this mini game is you're on the swamp cruise going around pretty much the entire route of the cruise. Now, your goal here is to actually shoot the targets that Koum is holding, and you have to aim carefully because you can actually hit Koum and she'll take damage. If you shoot Koum enough times, accidentally or not, she will end the game right then and there. You will lose, and that's not good. I mean, it is tempting since in the previous game her Hyrule counterpart is a villain, but sometimes people who are bad in one universe are good in another, or something like that. Anyway, these targets are a little difficult to shoot because Koum moves like all around, and when you try to shoot for a target, you can accidentally hit her, and well, that's terrible. Now, what you want to do here is you have to get 20 targets minimum. Why 20? Well, you'll get a special prize if you hit 20 targets. Now, the best times to hit the target, as I am not doing right here, is to get it when Comb flies a little closer or when she is parallel with you in these tunnels. And right here near the end, you can get a few more shots right quickly before you dock back at the tourist house. So, and then I managed to get 20. Hooray. And for shooting 20 targets, you get another heart piece. And we start collecting a new hearts. Yeah, whatever. Alright. Remember that swamp shooting gallery that we passed by? Well, now we can go to it since we have an actual item to shoot. The bow. Duh. So what we're going to do is on the road to the swamp, take this little detour by the trees and enter this shack right here. Oh, geez, that's a big guy. Talk to this guy, pay 20 rupees, and you'll be able to shoot some wildlife for points. Yeah, that's right, we're actually shooting some wild animals. But don't worry, folks, these animals are villains in the game, and yeah, I jump cut it there because I don't want you to see my mistakes. Anyway, what you're trying to shoot here is mad scrubs here, which are worth 30 points. These crow things are known as guais or guai, and they are worth 60 points. The wolfos here, they are worth 100 points. And there are two mad scrubs that are in the distant area, one on a tree branch and one on a tall rock, and those are worth 100 points each, and get them as soon as you can. Anyway, these the pattern of this game, the pattern of these appearances, there's a pattern to these appearances, and if you memorize them and plan accordingly, you should be able to get all of the animals and get a perfect score. Now, if you can get close to a perfect score, the owner will allow you to try again for free. And as you can see, you have to aim precisely, or you can spam. Either or. Doesn't matter. And of course, you'll have to try this numerous times if you're not familiar with how to use the bow. And it could take up time, but yeah. As you can see, I got a perfect score. Awesome. Now, when you get a perfect score the first time in the game, the swamp owner guy will give you a bigger quiver, which means you can now hold more arrows. And we can get one more prize. And how can we get one more prize if we manage to get a perfect score? Well, you have to get a perfect score faster. And then each second is worth 10 additional points. Now, it says here that you have to get 2,200 points to get the second prize. But I got 2,190, and the game's like, whatever. And, of course, the other prize is another heart piece. Oh, and this guy, the swamp shooting gallery guy, he works at the bazaar in Ocarina of Time, so yeah. Well, folks, we're going to shoot some more things. And enter this big old Newton purple signed hut, which is the town shooting gallery. Yes, we have another shooting gallery to go to. Whoop-de-freaking-do. Jeez, what's with these big guys in shooting galleries? Anyway, this guy here runs the shooting gallery in Ocarina of Time, so yeah. Basically, this shooting minigame involves you shooting Aurochs. Aurochs are these octopus enemies that shoot rocks at you, and we can shoot them back. Anyway, what we have to do here is shoot the red ones. Well, they're not really red; they're more purple. That is not inaccurate. what we have to do is shoot these purple Aurochs. I'm calling them purple because that's what they are. And you have to shoot at least, well, more than the high score of 39, so we can get a special prize. And do not shoot the blue ones because, well, they will take time off your... They'll subtract time, and you want to get as much time as you can to shoot all of the Aurochs, because, well, you'll need every second if you want to attempt to get 50. Yeah, that's right, there are 50 Aurochs overall. See, I lost time by shooting the blue Auroch, and, well, whatever. And folks, I can honestly say that I hate this shooting game, even more than the Swamp Shooting Gallery, because there's so many inaccuracies. You can accidentally shoot one of the blue Aurochs, and this is terrible, and... Anyway, when you beat the high score, you manage to get the biggest arrow quiver you can carry, which is now 50. And if you manage to score, like shoot all 50 Aurochs, which is difficult, trust me, you get another art piece. And I recommend you go use the Song of Time to save this, so you don't have to go through this ever again, because geez, that minigame is hard. Anyway, we're going to play one more minigame. Now go here, which is Honey and Darling Shop. Huh. Alright. Honey and Darling, eh? Well, let's talk to them. Yeah, meet Honey and Darling. This dancing couple was in Ocarina of Time as the dancing couple, because essentially they twirl and twirl around without care, because, well, even though there's trouble all around the land, they only have each other, so... Yeah. And their games do change every day, so, well... On day 1... Our goal is to use these items called bomb shoes to destroy these targets. Now, while you're trying to spam bomb shoes, the platform is turning around in a circle, and if you happen to fall off the platform during this minigame, you will lose. And as you can see here with the bomb shoes, well, you can only like use a certain number before you get the symbol you're hearing, and then after the current batch explodes, well, you can spam bomb shoes as much as you like, and you can accidentally hit Honey and Darling, and well, I don't know if you get penalized for that because well, I never did while playing this game. All you gotta do is spam, 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 and you've done it. You did it. And for winning day 1, we get a purple rupee, which is 50 rupees worth. Yay. Alright, folks, let's come back to the shop on day 2. And on day 2, we see that there are baskets in the area. And of course, they remember me. They remember me from yesterday. So, well, the goal of this game is we have to take bombs and toss them into the basket for them to explode. And it's actually a little easier than the bomb shoes. What has changed besides having basket targets now is that there's now water in the area, and I don't know why they've added water. I'm not sure, maybe to defuse the bombs or something, safety reasons. So yeah, you just take a bomb, run, throw it, watch where you're walking, and yeah, you should get through this no problem. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. When I was doing the shooting mini games, I have done those mini games over and over and over, and it took me many rupees. It wasted a lot of time. I mean, especially that. that town shooting mini game with the Aurochs. I mean, with those Aurochs being so close together, I mean, people will agree that that game is terrible. But before we continue on that, well, we have got perfect on the bomb basket game. And, of course, we get 50 more rupees. Yay. Alright, so let's go see what their mini game is on day 3, shall we? See, we have some targets again. I wonder what's going on this time. Yes, I am. Yeah, I want to play again. Yeah, we have some more shooting. Hooray! We gotta shoot the targets. Well, compared to the town shooting mini games, compared to the other shooting mini games, you know, the swamp and the town shooting, this one shouldn't be too bad. You just aim and shoot and spam arrows away. Now back to those two mini games. I play those mini games over and over again, and it's so frustrating. I was ready to throw my controller away, especially the town mini game with the Aurochs. I mean, you try to shoot the purple Auroch, like why they call it red, I don't know. And I accidentally hit the blue one, and the controllers, I mean, move the control stick slightly to the left or right when you're trying to aim for that one purple Auroch. You get the blue Auroch, and it's like, yo, this is so stupid. It took me many tries, but I eventually got it. I saved, and you don't have to deal with this ever again. Thankfully, it's an optional minigame, so you don't have to play it if you don't want to, but whatever. Anyway, we've gotten a perfect 3 days in a row. And for getting a perfect score 3 days in a row, we get another heart piece, and we have a new heart container. Hooray. So, in the next video, we will journey to the mountains and see what's going on there. Well, see you next time.